Good morning. I'm back in Melbourne. A lot stabler location and all that sort of stuff, so uh, much more comfortable seat. Maybe I should get a nicer seat where my parents live. Anyway. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Oops. I still don't have. I don't know what I did. Maybe I didn't press apply. Okay. Was a bit distracted by telling you about the chair, which is okay. Right, so last time we were doing things with this oil production. Now, it looks like it could still do with some scaling, because basically there is, well, let's look at the stats. The entire star cluster, let's go for that. So let's look at the oil output. Refined oil. Well, we are producing a lot more than is being consumed. But the consumption might be going up. Well, it's only 300 more, like 10% more. So I may as well. Right, so if I look at this output line, right? I mean, that's pretty full, but there are occasional breaks, right? So maybe if I don't know, add like 10 more, it would be constantly going at 30 per second. So let me do that. Right. For that, we need to trim this thing back. Oops. This is going in this sort of direction. Probably to here should be enough. Okay. Then I can trim this back. Oops. All right, let's get these drones to finish this. And then I'll be interested to see what's slowing this down, like how we're doing on the production of the I guess purple research cubes. All right, like this. Nope, one more. Okay, here we go. Then we can do the same for the hydrogen output. Once that's down, then we can also do the same here. Put one down every sort of 5, right, on these major lines, because I think this one is a little bit more sensitive to the placement of the power. All right, so that's good to go. Connect this up, then trim this back. And then we can connect this up and trim this back. And right. Let's see if we beat it. All right, cool. So then let's look here. Okay, so it starts with not being connected, and then it's connected. Right. And then I think on these major lines, I think this is how it goes. It'd be worthwhile to just check that. Yes, okay, cool. I'm looking forward to the new sort of copy-paste stuff that I think they're coming out with soon, where hopefully I can even when it involves belts and all the other stuff, I can actually get this done much faster. That would be good. All right. I think maybe 1 or 2 more. All right, we'll do this one. And then there's no room here anyway. All right, cool. Let's put those down. All right. Right, and then on the right side here, we don't have power on a few of these. Ah, look at that. We can fit one there. Alright, let's put down some of this power. Right, so it looks like sort of every third one we'd need to do. Cool. Alright, so that is now producing more, maybe a little bit more here as well. So I'll connect this up. Pretty sure this is right. Yes. Okay, so then one before the major line, I need to do the, oh, I also need to do the hydrogen stuff on the other side to make sure that they can keep producing. Oops, I need to remember to do that. All right. So when I assume that one of the things that needs to be changed is the carbon nanotube production. Now, I think last time I actually connected up more of the raw material that produces that stuff much more easily compared to the chain that I think goes via fire ice to graphene to carbon nanotubes, which I think it might involve some plastics as well, but anyway. Okay. Right, so now I need to make sure that the hydrogen is being cleared. Right. Can always use a bit more hydrogen, but I think that there's so much hydrogen in the system that really shouldn't be a problem. Now the good thing is that I think the planetary production of hydrogen takes precedent over the remote, so we'll consume all of this hydrogen. Which will be quite good. All right. Now I'm interested to see what this looks like at the other end. Wow, this is a lot of production. Okay. So it's a 30 per second situation now, which is quite good. Now the interesting thing is that we can probably, wow, there's no input here. There is. Weird. Okay. What is the ratio here? Oh, it's a 2 for 2. Okay. Eventually this is going to stop, right? Because it's backed up basically to here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 oil refineries here. Basically the ones that I just put down. Yeah, but then they don't have any crude oil down here. So interesting. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's say that this is 30. So we have about, I don't know, 40 or 50 here that make up the maximum that you can do with a full line of oil. Interesting. All right, we're still doing well. I guess this is blocked on the output. Anyway. All right, so let's see, what does this mean for oil? I think this is fine. Like, this is staying above. It's not being soaked up, so we should be okay now. All right, so let's go see that would be an interesting thing to look at the Dyson Sphere. 33 gigawatts. So a little bit more to go around here. How's the launch going? Right, they're still spewing out all of this stuff at a very good rate. Right. It'll be interesting to see what. Hey Samay, how you doing? It'd be interesting to see how what the percentage completion is at the moment of the Dyson Sphere. Oh, there's an auto save. And now the question is, where is the purple research cube production? Kind of lost on this planet. There's a lot going on. This is the red. I think the purple was somewhere near here. That's the white. Ah, here we go. Now it's sort of this direction. My PC specs. Wow, that's an interesting conversation. I'm playing this on a cloud computer in AWS. One of my, my day job is in technology, so I know a little bit about how to get cloud stuff to work, right? Like, I'm not an expert or anything, but what I did is basically, well, I'll show you with the browser. AWS EC2 instances. I think there's a G4 here. Oh, hang on. AWS EC2 pricing. This is not giving me the information. Anyway, there's a G4 tier. And I went not for the large, but the extra large, which I think has a pretty decent graphics card in it, and quite a lot of, like, I think 8 CPU cores, 32 gigs of RAM, that sort of stuff. So it's quite a beastie machine, actually. Which, but even so, you know, we're here on like 20 FPS, which is, actually I don't know if it's 21 or 42, but anyway. All right, let's see, what are we missing? We're missing still this particle broadband. Now, the gaming on the cloud kind of depends on how good your connection is, right? Like, I live right in the center of a city, and you know, I have really good connectivity to the nearest data center. But even when I was away last week in a city that's a little bit further away, I still had really good connectivity, even though it was sort of, you know, halfway across the country. And you know, in Australia, that means quite a long distance. All right, so it looks like we're on time at this when you just can't find GPU. Yeah, exactly, right? So now it's not cheap, right? It actually costs like $1.50 probably an hour of playing. And you know, if you play like, I don't know, 10 hours a day, that's $15 a day. And then that goes to hundreds of dollars per month, right? So what I'm hoping for is that people come out with, and they're close, right? Like people come out with dedicated setups for cloud gaming, where you don't have to kind of, run it yourself, and then you have sort of shared, right? You don't have to pay for exactly the time that you use, but the whoever is running it is doing some capacity planning, and I don't know, that essentially some people, everyone pays the same, but then the people that use it a lot, I guess, have a lower cost or whatever. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a company in Australia that's currently doing the NVIDIA, 1, 2, 3, 4. The NVIDIA, I don't know, cloud gaming, like they're building that. And Microsoft just announced Windows 365, which is basically the same thing as well, right? The thing with Windows 365 in the demo, they were showing the specs that you could pick from, but it didn't look like there was any sort of specialty GPU type of offer there. So I don't know, I have to see how good that is. But Microsoft was saying that it's not pay for what you use, it's more like a subscription that you pay, and then you can use it however much you want. So that should help reduce the price. But yeah, so far it's been pretty good. It's also really fast to set up, right? Like you don't have to build all of this stuff, and then you have to you have to pick something, order it, have it delivered, that sort of stuff, right? Like you just press a button and then it goes, which is pretty good. But then you have I don't know, you pay like $5 per day to keep your storage up, right? So it's a mixed story. Depends on how much money you have, I guess, whether it's worthwhile at the moment. But I think in other countries they have, like in the US, I'm in Australia, right? In the US, I think some of the cloud gaming stuff is a little bit more advanced. Anyway, right. So as I was talking, I was looking here, right? Like we have got, I don't know, still got one tower and most of the other to get to start working, right? Now, when I walk down here, the main problem, I didn't really want, whatever, I'll upgrade some of those furnaces. What was missing over here was mostly the carbon nanotubes, but the other thing that I was sort of concerned about was the plastics. So whilst I was over here, I sort of hooked up a little bit more plastic, right? And now what I'll do is I'll connect up more of these carbon nanotubes. India, anyone can purchase an Xbox Game Pass, $10. Cloud for some games. Yes, interesting. So Same, do you is there what's it like? Because you need pretty good, I don't know what the network situation is like in India, right? Like in some countries, it's a little bit harder than in other countries, and it really depends on you having a really good network connectivity to be able to, I guess, take full advantage of it, right? I actually haven't tried Xbox Game Pass and seen if there's something there in Australia already. But anyway. What is this plastic, by the way? Oh, it's a 2-for-1. That's a bit... full. Now I wonder no, all of it is working, right? Okay, so now I need to find a place. This is doing the slow recipe, so I don't really want to do more of that. What am I gonna do? So I could request the this stuff here, which I will demand. Right. And then I can produce the carbon nanotubes here as well. What, how is this made? Cannot make in a replicated chemical facility. It's pretty messy, but I think 150 megabits per second plan should work well enough. So I have a 50 megabits per second down and 20 megabits per second up plan right here in Australia, and that's fine. Like you can do 4K 60 FPS with that, right? Like no problem. I think it's more about the reliability than the speed though. Like it's like a, I guess, okay, I'll reduce the height here. Like having an unreliable network connection that keeps dropping out is far more painful than, like you could do this at 1080p on like a much slower connection, right? Would be fine. Okay, it wouldn't look as good, anywhere near as good, right? And this doesn't look as good as if it's on your local computer, right? But it's more that you don't want to ever lose connectivity. You don't want packets to be dropped and that sort of stuff. Anyway, right, we'll just do one for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the output. Like one line. I can turn this around, right? And keep going if I need to. But I'll see how we go with the production. All right. Okay. Right. I was hoping that I would be able to sneak it under here. That's good. All right. Thanks, autosave. They're taking longer and longer, presumably because it's having to save more stuff. Now, I know someone that was in India, like a person that was working for a telco company. I can't remember which one in India. They were saying that like the connectivity in India, like the speeds are much better than they are in Australia. Like I guess we could get like 250 megabits per second consumer plans here, but they're pretty expensive. Like they cost hundreds of dollars per month. I think the situation in India is a little bit better than that. Like you can get a lot faster speeds, a lot more cheaply. But yeah, I don't know about the reliability. Like the network here is like pretty stable, but even in Europe, you know, it's not as stable as it is here. When I compare it to some of the videos or examples of people doing cloud gaming, you know, one of the big problems is that they don't have reliable internet even in some of the developed or I don't know, countries that have really good infrastructure. Anyway, right. I don't think that we actually get multiple outputs. I think it's yeah, it's a 2 for 2. Okay, cool. Let's see how we go. Might be true for the developed areas here, not for the whole country though. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Like there's some pretty remote parts of India, right? My parents went to a wedding in India. I don't know, some people they knew, and it was I don't know exactly where it was, but they were telling me that, you know, for cooling, really idiotic, right? For cooling, some people had, they had fans. I don't think. Oh, I can't. And like this was an outside wedding, right? So they had put down a bunch of seating and all that sort of stuff, and then to keep people cool, they wanted to have fans sort of all around the place, right? And what they did is that they put down like a power cord, right? And then they drove stakes through the through the power cord to power the ventilators. I'm like, okay, I guess it works, but you wouldn't want to touch those or get anywhere near those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, oops. Yeah, yeah, right. They also had some pictures about like poles, right? Of I don't know, for the power distribution, right? And people had just done all this crazy stuff to tap into it and connect their house. Like there were so many wires just running off one of them. All of that works. It's like it would be, I don't know, very unusual to see that happen here, which is, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit safer, but I like the inventiveness. Yeah, everything seems medieval. Yeah, but I think India is doing some good stuff in like developing the country. We have so I work in the tech industry, right? Collide with another object. Yeah, very peaceful. Lots of people from India. I work with lots of people from India here. All right, this is kind of annoying. What am I gonna do? I think I'll just put one space. Come on, give me. All right, there we go. Then we should be okay. Yeah, lots of people from India come here to work, and we have a lot of contracting that gets done through India. And then every now and then we have some of those that get converted to come to Australia and work, here directly rather than from India. But of course, right now that's so Australia right now, if you don't know, is a bit of a fortress. Like we're not, for better or worse, probably the latter. We're not letting in very many people into the country. Even people that live here, right, they're on a waiting list to come back. But yeah, it is pretty peaceful, which is good. And there's also like a very relaxed culture here that's not as, like I think I don't know, in the US there's probably more of a drive to, which is also good, right? It's just a different culture. I'm not saying one is better or the other. Like there's more of a drive to like get something done. In Australia, it's like, you gotta have a work-life balance, and the beach is right there. Yeah, thanks, Tammy. You stream RPGs and multiplayer games like Counter-Strike, enjoy the Wister. Yeah, thanks for that. talk to you soon. I might think about some of the other games that I might play, including some stream RPGs or multiplayers. Yeah, I was thinking of Call of Duty maybe at some point. I haven't done that for a long time, but I have fond memories of playing Call of Duty when I was growing up. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Alright, we fixed up this situation, which is great. So now we have a lot more production going on here of the purple. Right, let's see how are we doing for so now we have about 415, but this should grow to 600, I think. And I think these are just capped by storage. Like they're probably going to go up quite a bit in terms of their production rate, which will be quite good. All right, I'll let that cook away and see where we end up. And in the meantime, what am I going to do? I'm going to probably go take a look at the Dyson Sphere builds. See if there's anything that we can do there to optimize that production or to boost that production. All right. All this stuff. Lots of stuff hooked up. All right, let's see how we're doing for... I think this is probably, yeah, not being consumed. And what are you missing? Right. The, this stuff is missing. Interesting. Very interesting. What are you missing? Oh, it's the, yeah, I understand. It's the deuterium, and it is running out. Somewhere I have some deuterium production where I convert hydrogen to deuterium. Yeah, we're consuming about 11K versus 9K production. I think there's more hydrogen that can be made. All right, let's see. Where is that particle collider chain? Ah, over here. Look at all these particle colliders. Now the unfortunate thing is that there's no real room for expansion here. Does it? No, I want this one. Yeah, it's a 10 for 5, but it's a lot easier to hook this up. All right. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So about 15, which makes sense. So what we can do is find somewhere else with a bunch of room and then hook up a bunch more production. How many do I have? 40? Probably a few more particle colliders, and then I'll go connect that up and we can add a little bit more deuterium production. All right. Particle colliders are over here. Oop, getting stuck on things. Oh, interesting. Ah, yeah, this is where I didn't hook up the all right. where I disconnected these motors from being consumed over here. So I'll connect them up again, because I think that we're doing fine on the motors these days. Right. Right, I'll take these here, maybe a couple more stacks, and then we should be good. I'll get rid of all of this garbage as well. Right, where's a likely place? Now this I need to keep around for getting water. This looks like an okay place, but I need a lot of vertical space for over here, right? Okay, we found our location. Wherever there's water, there is opportunity to put down more production. And also this, let's see how we're doing for power. Probably need to connect some more, but this stuff here I think we can get rid of as well. At least right here, these. And we'll throw stuff everywhere. Yeah, where's that can get out, don't need that. All right, oops. And then it probably would be good to hook up a little bit more power here. Okay. So we can do a little bit over here. Right, let's clean that up. So we can draw this out here to maybe about here. Okay, so we'll connect it up like this. And then let me go back to this type. I'll chase that down in a minute. Oh, I do need to change this to be to have those distributors, like those things. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Maybe I can put down 2. That's pretty that's pretty disappointing that it's only 2. All right, let's see. Can we? How many of these can we do? All right, let's disconnect this and put down one of these right here and hook this up, and also connect these into the system, and then take this output here. But I am running out of space on this planet, so I will have to start finding other places to do everything. But there is actually a local planet, one more local planet that is very flat, which makes it a good place to do a lot of building, right? But then I have to, do power, connect that power there as well, and all sorts of stuff. Like I don't have any raw materials there. I only have all the raw materials that I need for everything on here. Right, I think that just replaced the power production that I deleted to get a little bit more space. So I'll leave it at that probably for now, and let's see how we're doing for. But there's like a sliver here, right? But you have to remember that we have like 5 gigawatts or 6 gigawatts here, right? So it's not as bad as it looks actually. I could do like another. But I would probably want to do it with this here. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do, actually interesting. It like went in there, but it didn't want to go in right here. Okay, need foundation support. Right, that's fine, we can fix that up. Get rid of this water here. collides with another object, so I'll probably leave like 2 spaces, and that should be enough. Cool. All right, let's see how I, oops, not with that, with these. I'm gonna connect this up. Right there. I'll sort of line these up with the, with at least one of these, or sort of in the middle, right? To make it easy to hook up. All right, and this one I'll do like so, and then, you know, this one basically lines up, and that just makes it a little bit easier to connect things. Like the more of horizontal space there is between them, it makes it harder to hook to that. Actually, I have more room this way, but not really actually. All right. Okay, over here is my entry point. And then we can drop it back down and into, oops. That is one of the bits that makes this a little bit hard, is that it wants to be very proactive with connecting to these, right? And then it can be a little bit hard to actually get it to do what you want. Like there was an example there, right? Like I don't want to connect it to that one, I wanted to connect it to that one. But anyway. Cool, so this is going to be easy. Right, that was pretty good spacing on them. So this is where things, you have to do it a little bit more manually, like you have to draw it out by a couple and then it goes in nicely. All right, that one's good. Oh, that one needs a little bit of care and attention. Connect this one through here. All right, we'll skip the right side and did not want this like so. I prefer this. Great, thank you. Oops. All right, this hopefully solves at least some of the power issues. Gives me a little bit more headroom. Cool. The only other thing, if I go on another planet, like, then I have to always take like the thing, the kind of production that I want to connect with me, because all of the like all of the building production is like on this planet, right? Anyway, I mean, that's okay. That's when we really start to scale, is when we hook up a second production planet. Like one of the other planets on here, on this, in this star system, is producing the power, and then this planet here is like a production hub for everything. Like you can basically, anything you want is probably available in the transportation system on this planet. But then maybe the third planet currently is a bit of a resourcing planet. You can see that it made like a tiny difference, very small difference, but it does mean that I can hook up a lot more production, right? All right, so then I'll go over here and fill in all of this water. Who needs water? I don't. Then I can make this a deuterium production place. Now I wonder if I could request some more with, I don't think so, because the production rates on deuterium are pretty low on the gas giants. Like I probably need to do this research many more times before that becomes like good. At the moment I'm close to 2x base production, right? Which is not bad, but it starts with like 0.1, so then it goes to 0.2, which is twice as much, but it's still very low. All right, looks like we have ourselves some room for Mendinger particle collider, right? Okay, I'll just fix up some of these last little bits and pieces here. All right, cool. Let's request some hydrogen. All right, we can put this right next to it, and then distribute and remote demand, local demand for hydrogen. Oh, we also need these actually, only like 500 of them. These are required to be able to go interstellar. You can see that now that that we have some of these available, they are able to go. Well, actually, I think these went to the local gas giant. So once we have more of these here available, then we should be able to go to some of the interstellar locations as well. But we are like basically full on hydrogen here already, which is good. Right, and then we will supply deuterium. I can't remember how wide the actually I'll start up how wide the particle colliders are. Is it there? Yes, great. Probably need like that much space. And then let's see. Production, 120 particle colliders. That will do nicely. Right, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. So I need to draw the output on this major line here. Strong green line. All right, let's set up the production here. I think this is this is deuterium. Okay. And then we need some sorters and power. I'll do in a minute. Right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So I would like to do a few more. Now what I can do here is actually upgrade this production line to the next level, and then I can basically trim it. What? I don't have any more of them. Okay, I'll go grab some. I think they're over here. They require unipolar magnets. Right, let me take some more. And whilst I'm over here, I'll probably take some, I don't know why I have all of this hydrogen. I will probably take some sorters as well, because I'm kind of low on them. All right. Now I'm very happy that I have all of these just automated. So I just walk over here and grab what I need, rather than having to use the replicator. I don't think I've used the replicator for quite a while. All right, where are we at? Right, up here. So then I'll keep doing this upgrades. And then I'll trim it back by, I don't know, let's say maybe to here, because there should be plenty of, like, these upgraded smelters are basically twice as fast as the standard ones. All right, and then we can get rid of these as well. Probably need to clean up my inventory. Just a moment. Yeah, get rid of some of that stuff. I actually have a better production line for these as well, which is even better than just upgrading. There's like a different kind of silicon that you can request, but I think that doesn't use smelters, that uses assemblers, which is not bad. Assemblers are usually faster than smelters, but because there's like 3 levels of them and there's only 2 levels of smelters. But anyway, and I think it also is more of a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1, so you have a lower material usage for the same output. All right. How are we doing here? 100% satisfaction. It'll be very hard to make any difference on that on this screen because it's so much power, right? So I may as well just run it down to 0, right? Rather than keep raising it unnecessarily. But I think that I connected up a lot of extra power, so it should be okay. We should be okay for a while. All right, so I want 7 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want 2 more. So I probably need to trim it back to, well, I need to trim it back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 5 or so. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And then we can get rid of this, these here as well. Okay. Still don't need that silicon. Silicon got kicked out again. Oh, and 2. Right. Great. And then each one of these needs one of these Tesla coils to be able to produce. And now we have particle colliders running. Lovely. Every time we do one of these one of these here, it also increases the hydrogen production rate by 10%, which is very helpful as well. Because basically it's a reinforcing loop, right? Like I build more of these, which boosts the hydrogen production and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is the output line. Oh, I should have picked up these. I didn't realize that I was so low on them. I was right near the place where that stuff is done. Right, so right now you can see we have 190%, so twice the rate, and about, I don't know, 50% usage. So that should go down by quite a bit in a moment. All right, let's just finish these building, and then I'll go grab more of these belts. Now, I do need to find stuff in my inventory where I don't need as much of it. Definitely don't need this stupid thing. Don't need these. They are like the base level of basic sorters or assemblers or whatever. This I think is unnecessary now. Don't need these. Pumps would be nice to keep around. I probably don't need as many of these here. You're like, David, all the material. Yeah, whatever. All of that stuff is automated. And I can just go over here and pick up as much as I could ever need of it. And compared to the amount of material it takes to build the Dyson sphere, like, it's small beans. It's small beans. So I'm not terribly worried. Alright, cool. That gives me a little bit more of that material, of the conveyor belts. Alright, let's hook this up. This is the output for deuterium. There's actually a slightly more efficient production line, but it's a lot more click intensive to set it up. There's basically a way to get 1 for 1. Oh no, I connect that. 1 for 1, like 1 hydrogen for 1 deuterium for 1 hydrogen. But it involves these fractionators, which are quite intensive to set up, because you have to, like, you can't do this kind of copy paste thing that I'm doing here as much, because you have to run belts in and out of the fractionators. Once they have that new way of doing copy pasting, it'll be a much easier time of it. But all right. How are we looking for deuterium production? We're producing a lot more now. But I'm also confused that it's reduced. So there's probably something else that's now the bottleneck. Let's see. We're still like getting rid of it as fast as it's being produced though. Right, let me take some more hydrogen here. I think it's always good to over scale a little bit, so you don't have to come back to it straight away, you know. This should probably go a little bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is the output line. Oops. Otherwise, you know, I fixed this up sort of just enough, and then I leave and go do something else, then I just have to come back to it straight away, right? Like, I may as well finish off this the scaling of this and go a little bit above what I strictly need right now to so I can go do other stuff, and this will still be able to absorb some of the additional demand. And we're close to actually finishing the research, which is cool. Okay, I'll put those down. I haven't been counting, but that's all right. I will need to do power here again. All right, let me stay. Oh, I do need to do some foundations there. I missed a little bit. All right, we'll probably go like to here, and then we should be good. And then I'll do one more line of these particle colliders after this. All right. And we should be good to go with the deuterium production. And I'll go check why the demand for deuterium has gone down so much, the consumption of it, which is always an interesting investigation. All right. Wow, that's a lot of basically this blue means that it's being transported here, right? And this is one of the limits that you have to deal with, right? Like once this this is completely blue, then there's no point in adding more consumption demand or draw out more of this material. Yeah, there's just no point because it can't be satisfied. All right, let's see. I do want to actually do something about the drones. They're a little bit slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's research. Let me hook up that research to speed up these drones. Construction drone flight speed. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll do sort of 3 of them, or 4. And 2 drones here. Let's do 4 of that as well. And then we'll see how we go with this. My production rates should be much higher, or building rates should be much higher after that. I don't think it'll stay at 2,000 though. I mean, that's only the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is the output line. All right. See, I can spot a little bit more water right there. All right. You can also see the mining speed at 200%, ore consumption per mined product is now at around 50%. So that means that the ore reserves basically are, okay, it might say that there is, let's see, like it might say that there's like 500,000 copper available here, but I can actually get 1 million copper ore out of this, right? Because every time I get one of them out, I'm only actually consuming half a vein reserve, right? So I think that's pretty good. All right, let's hook up some more of these. Collides with another object. Okay, here we go. Really looking forward to. I would like this to actually go faster, this research, and I wonder what the next bottleneck is. We'll look at that after we finish off this scaling of the Dyson sphere production. Okay, that's all of this. So we have 10K production only. Well, this consumption has gone back up. And it looks like it's basically the same. Like there's as much consumption for deuterium as production. So maybe what I'll need to do is put down another one of these interstellar transportation stations, because right now, like, it's going as fast as it can with the delivery of the hydrogen, right? So there's not much point in actually drawing out more hydrogen here because it can't keep up, basically. All right, transportation, too close to another one. Okay, should be K right here. All right, let's take these 500 of these, which are required to go interstellar. Local demand. Hand over some of these ships and get hydrogen, demand it, and supply deuterium. Right. This is good, but it's probably going to go back down to 0 shortly. All right, let's take this hydrogen. Okay, very shortly the drones will be sped up, which I'm looking forward to. And then I'm also interested to see like how expensive the next level of the research is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, this is the output. Because right now I spend a bunch of time just waiting for the drones to put down all the things that I'm hoping for them to build. Right. What is the drone speed right now? 14. Let's see what it changes to after this production is complete. Research is complete. The anticipation is building. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 17. Okay. So the next step is 8,000. Wow. So it gets quite expensive quite quickly. 8,000. So it went up by 6,000 per research. So I'm anticipating the one after this to be 14,000. Maybe I should interlace these. Right? Do sort of one, do this one, and then enqueue this one. Again, so because this gets me an additional 2 construction drones, right? Rather than having to wait a much longer time to get a little bit more flight speed. But anyway. So the flight speed is what, like 10% faster, something like that? Sort of see it. Like they seem to be going a lot faster, which is cool. And then we'll get an additional 2 in a moment, and then after that they'll go even faster. So that'll be a very good quality of life improvement. All right. Out of building range. Right. I think I need one more put down. And I should be good. Then a whole bunch of energy Tesla coils. I guess like the additional drones are probably like there's 20% additional drones coming, which seems to be a lot more impactful than the speed, which is interesting. Anyway, all of it is great. It's about like optimizing how you do it. I can hear the laying down of the belts is a lot faster. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can put down the output here. Right, okay. Yeah, it needs to go into there. Cool. Trying to balance like how quickly I asked for the production versus letting them finish the belt so I can start the next line as well, right? Okay, so I'll wait for them to put those down. Nice. How are we doing now? Where's my deuterium? Here we go. So now it's 11K versus 9K production, but there's quite a bit more of an increase in production consumption coming, and not that much more in consumption production. Confusing myself. Okay, so we'll finish off these two. I should also actually increase the flight speed of the logistics vessels. That'll be a good thing to do as well. It looks like I haven't connected power well enough here. Okay, let's put down another power. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have our output here. It's still not powered. Or maybe it just hadn't put it down. Alright. Close to finishing that, which will even speed up the laying down of new stuff even more. Alright. If I don't wait for the belts to be constructed, it won't do the doesn't put down the sorters. That would be cool to change as well, so that like if the belt is planned, like it'll still put the sorter down. But anyway, I don't know why this didn't go in. I'm pretty sure that I clicked for it. Anyway, that's okay. Then I'll do one more line of these particle colliders. Then we can see how we're doing for the Dyson sphere. All right. Ooh, 90, 80, 70, 60, 40. All right, we can trim this back 20. And there's that. 2 construction drones. Lovely. And then the next thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next thing is to get them to go even faster. Eventually there'll just be a huge swarm of construction drones whenever I do anything. The skies will darken with, not with arrows, but with construction drones. All right. Nice. Basically, if I boost the flight speed, the amount of production I can get out of each interstellar logistics station goes up as well, because the main thing holding it back is like the material collection and how quickly whenever there's something on the way, it basically reserves that slot and nothing else can be on the way. But anyway, like whilst it's blue, I can't have another ship. Like these two can't do anything because this anticipated delivery is already full, right? And I also need to increase the power consumption here. Okay, let's see how we're doing with this one. Great. So we should be doing pretty good on this deuterium production. Yep, great. Right, let's go take a look at the Dyson sphere production chain now. We should be back with the I can actually make a lot more room here, but like I can cut all of this in half by upgrading all of these. If I run out of room, I'll start doing that by upgrading all of these to level 2, right, which are twice as fast. All right. What are they missing? Right, they're missing these here. But the deuterium is flowing freely now, which is good. I think that, is this the only, I don't think it is the only one. I don't think this is the only place where I'm making this stuff. But let's see if I can find the other place. It'll basically be a pretty short product. Here we go. Right, okay. So we can go take a look up here and see if this is like going as fast as it could be. Oh, these motors are falling, which I think is part of what goes into here. Yeah. And how's the deuterium? The deuterium is fine, but it's more these motors. Right. I'm pretty sure there's a production line somewhere for that too. What we can do would actually be handy to reuse these belts, right? So I don't have to do more. So I can turn it around here. Yep, I'll do that. And I will need more deuterium anyway. Maybe I'll draw that from that side. Okay. So output 1, 2, 3, and then this is the input. Right, and then I also need to go do something about this motor production, which I'm pretty sure was started somewhere, but I don't think I ever actually needed to scale that to the same degree that I scaled the deuterium or whatever. All right. This basically adds like a third more capacity to this production, probably to like here, I would imagine. All right, let's have that finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's the same there. And then basically this needs to have another line of deuterium. Because otherwise it'll just run out. Right, so we can do this one maybe to here. Oh, there are problems with power. That's disappointing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why is what's missing? Oh, deuterium. That'll fix itself up. I do need to fix the power stuff. Madness. I only just looked at the power stuff. Anyway, that's okay. Let's trim this back by 1 so I get a little bit more room here. Right. Like I can draw out one more deuterium line. I don't know if I even have enough deuterium to do this. Probably not. All right. All right, we'll just build to how much we can. You always find something else that that you need to fix up in this game, like whenever you try to scale. Oh, let's see what's happened. Right. We've gone from 5 to 7. I guess particle colliders just consume a lot of energy. Look at this. This doesn't have any power. Well, it's not helping the power situation, but oh boy. I think there's somewhere else. What's this thing doing? Right, it's just demanding that. Alright, we'll fill in this part here, this water, and just stick down more power. Always use more power. It'd be cool if there was a way to scale. Well, I should actually check for that upgrade. I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist though. Like find a way to have these be more effective. These here, because they take up an enormous amount of room. Drive engine, AU per second, rate transmission efficiency, carrier engine, utilization. How many is this now? 24k. Wow, that's a lot. Drive engine, communication control, mecha core. Right, it's just more gigajoules of energy. 22.4. Wow, 17 for this building, 11 construction drone. They can do 3 tasks. Okay. Now the interesting question is, do I trim this back to put down? Basically the answer should be yes, because this power is much less space efficient compared to the compared to these. And this coal stuff can get out of here as well. Like, this is not needed anymore. I've got plenty of coal production from all over the place. Alright, let's see. I need to be careful here. Oops. You need to be careful. Oops. Just get rid of stuff. No. Alright. Let's get rid of these things in there. Auto save. Right. And then we can bury this as well. And fill in this bit. Oh, look at that. We are near the purple research cube production. Fill this in as well. Which seems to be going fine. Yeah. Probably can scale this up even more. Okay, so now I have more room even for this here, which is great. So I'll put down this many more here. And then we can maybe do these 2. Now, right now the power demand is quite big because I'm doing like research as well as like Dyson sphere construction, right? So a lot of materials are actually being consumed, and a lot of production lines are running. Right, let's connect this and into, oh, stupid coal vein. I think there's a whole planet somewhere where I have that, like a huge amount of coal everywhere. All right. Okay, if I trim this back, oops, then I can actually put down more of them. Like that gives me a slight bit more space here. All right, I'll disconnect this, oops, and then get rid of all of that. Now it's just these ones everywhere. All right. Might also need to go produce more of these. Although I think that I scaled that production quite a lot. We are consuming a lot more than we're producing. So the other thing that I have to do is actually boost the production of the charged accumulators. Now there are probably a few thousand spare that I have lying around, but if I don't do it soon, then I'm gonna have a problem. Right. I wonder, ray receivers do 12, but you can pack them in quite a lot more. But I don't think that this is going to actually do very much, because the Dyson sphere is not visible right now, right? Like it's, but it is receiving. Where's the Dyson sphere? Interesting. So it still can receive. I'm just thinking that it's probably easier to put these ray receivers down rather than those. But they only produce like 6 megawatts. Ray receive efficiency is at 70%. So at full rate, maybe this will produce 10 versus 45 for one of these, right? Maybe I'll try putting down a bunch of those for now and then see how that works. Like a bunch of ray receivers, because they're just simpler to deal with. Right, where's the Dyson sphere? I have 80 of them. Okay. Like you can pack these in, right? Like you can see. I wonder how much more efficient they get with the gravity lens. Oh, but you can see that they're not working. Right. So there's no point. Yep, that's what I suspected. Alright, cool. Anyway, worth trying, but not gonna work. So that's why I have the other planet where whenever I put down one of those, you know, it'll work permanently, versus here it doesn't, right? Alright. Collide with another object. But oops, no, here. Right, here is where I can. The power production that could. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I don't know if I can fit. Ah, this should be okay. Yeah, this should be okay. Right. Actually, let's see. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see if this works out. I might have to delete some of those. Okay, put one there, put one there. I'm just trying to line them up with the ones on the left here. so that at least I can connect those up, and if I need to do anything with, like if I need to move these, I can, right? I can't move these. All right. Right, we'll take collides with another object, right? Keep going here. Okay, now we made it. Oh, I have to be this zoomed in so that I can get these to where I want them to go. Well, now this is where potential problems here. Okay, so I need to move these back by one. It's alright, I'll put them down in a minute to make it a little bit easier to connect this up. Alright. I used to have the expansion that I'm doing now used to be all that was required for the whole planet to be like doing pretty good on power. But now that, you know, there's demand for all of this stuff, it's like power demand for a lot of stuff. It's a lot more that's needed. Right. No, I wanted the belt. Alright, we'll take the belt from there. Alright, that's easy. That's good. Maybe I'll just draw them out by to here by default, so I don't have to think about the way to click. Alright, that goes through there. This should be easy. Yes, port is occupied. Porcupine. Anyway, why does it collide? Just go in. There you go. Alright, and now I need to also do the collect the discharged ones. Now, I don't really have very much time to actually go to the other planet and hook up more of this power. Oh no. Oh no, this is fine. This is the output. Great. Okay, drone engine level 3. Construction. Now the speed of them is a lot faster now. Nope. Alright, I'll have to click the button. It went like off screen somewhere. Alright. This is where that I guess copy paste would be quite good, because then you can do these a lot faster. Alright. Alright, there we go. Auto saved, right? This is crazy. The amount of power consumption is just nuts. All right. I was considering like doing the making this another place where I can put the used accumulators, but I decided to get against it for now. It is a little bit wasteful in terms of space. So I'll do it less, but I won't clean up the stuff that I already did. Alright, put it to here. Alright, and now, I mean, let's take a look at how we're doing for power. Tiny sliver. All of that. Anyway, I assume that, well, let's see. And then we can see we're producing 1500, consuming 1700. So I do need to go up there and fix that up. Now I wonder if the reason here is that maybe I've run out and some of the, I don't know, places where I have done power is just not working because they're not getting accumulators, full accumulators. I don't know, it's still working. But it's only doing at 37, so it can do more. Right, anyway. Cool, star map. Alright, let's go here. Ooh, no, I just want to go there. Let's see how the Dyson sphere is doing. Right, so lots of places are quite close to being finished. There's a little bit more to do. When we get to this planet, we will actually be able to see exactly how, oh, actually, how much of these accumulators do I still have? Transportation, only 10. Well, good job that I was thinking of this. All right, I'll go in the other direction because I think it'll be slightly faster. Look at all of these particle colliders. Colliding particles. We need these here. A bunch of them actually. Alright, so we can get rid of this stuff. And then I'll take all of them. Great. Now I'm interested to see how this manufacturing is going. Well, they're still not getting enough of these, really. I guess I'm interested to see the deuterium production, because that's the main thing that would hold it back. Yeah, it seems to be that the consumption is slightly higher than demand. So we could do with more deuterium production. But I mean, all of this is working, but it's just not enough. It's crazy, the amount of deuterium being consumed right here. Alright, let's go and fix the power situation. Now, very soon we'll be able to, I have actually no idea where I'm going, so I'll just kind of try to go in the right direction here. Very soon we'll be able to go to and build the second Dyson sphere, and the second one will do around a stronger planet, but also make it a little bit smaller. Like, this is a massive Dyson sphere. Okay, oops. This small planet has launched everything that you can see. Oh, I lost my money. All right. This will be hard to navigate. All right, now I can see. Look at this. Okay, so that's quite a bit available in terms of actually, whilst we're here, so there's about 20,000 more structure points to be done. You can see that the rockets are being consumed as they're coming, so that's a good sign. Right, so now we need, I think it's on this side, to charge more accumulators. Never mind, somewhere else. Yeah, over here. Okay. So you can see we have plenty in storage, but we're probably, yeah, we're drawing down on the storage, right? All right, so that means that we just have to hook up more. Okay. What does it mean? 42 per minute. This, I think, is a very long-lasting location for this iron ore consumption, which is very good. All right, so we will probably go to like here. But yeah, like this is, I would love to have research that makes these more effective, so that I don't have to build as many of them. Or maybe just be able to build them faster would be good as well. Like to do the construction here. Oh, I could use this as the input, which I might do. Right, I'll leave like this amount of space between them. Okay. I didn't check for, still got plenty of them. Good. But it would be worthwhile to pick up more of these. All right. Now I am able to, I have a lot more space on here, so it's easier to scale the production of these accumulators than it is to scale the consumption of them. But yeah, all right, let's hook that one up. This one. Great. Lovely. And that one as well. A couple more. Right, I'll do, yeah, I'll do it like this. Okay, cool. Yes, and oops. I'll do this in reverse. Hopefully I won't make a mistake. I should be okay. Hopefully I don't make a mistake, and I just almost did. Alright. Because I have to go like this, right? Which is opposite the direction that I'm walking. So it's a bit of a brain, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a exercise the brain and make sure that I'm doing this in the right order. Or maybe I should just do it in the other way, then it's easier. It's always fun to exercise the brain a little bit though. Alright. Oops, this one needs to be a little bit more managed. Cool. Oh, still need one more here. Alright, that's connected up. Oh, no, no, no. Sometimes it's too clever, the game. Like it tries to do a little bit too much for me. Oops, autosave. the fact that the research scales the way that it does also means that, you know, you have a need to ever scale the rate of research that you're able to do. So it's basically a never-ending loop, right? Like, you want to scale this, well, you need to keep getting more power, you need to keep building more Dyson sphere stuff, etc., etc. All right, let's take this back. And then eventually you get out of the realm of stuff that's easy to do within the game, right? Like, for example, there's no more upgrades to the to these things here, right? To the power situation. So then you just have to keep building more and more of these, and eventually your increase in production becomes only linear, right? Anyway, basically it means that eventually you should, you know, maybe it's worthwhile to pick up another game and play another game for at least a while. Once they come up with more stuff to do in this game, then you can come back to it. But anyway, all right. I don't mind using a bit more space here because it makes it easier to construct, which is always good. All right, let's hook it up to here. All right. I was flying back from Adelaide this morning, so I live in Australia, right? And they were serving breakfast. It was really early in the morning, and one of the I guess items that they were serving as breakfast was like this, I don't know, this sized brick of similar to like a muesli bar, but like pretty big. So it was I don't know, this it looked pretty tasty, right? It had like nuts and, I don't know, dried fruits and stuff in it, right? The only problem was that it was in this packaging that was, I don't know, quite hard to open, right? It wasn't in one of those kind of muesli bar packaging that you're used to if you're buying it in the supermarket or I don't know, something like that, right? So it was like this pretty thick plastic, and they had like probably sealed it. So I was like trying to open it, couldn't do it, so I had to keep using more and more force, and eventually like I got it open, but then, you know, I don't know, it was like it then was very easy to open, and I held it sort of like this, right? It just launched the bar into the air, and was like, it hit the roof, and then I think it fell down in front of me on top of the lady that was sitting there, who looked at me a bit weird, and I was like, oh, sorry. And I couldn't stop laughing. Anyway. All right, how are we doing for 1600? So that, all of that added about 100 production per minute. But the next line here is like a lot. I don't know, there's a lot more space in the next line. All right, let's fix that up. Like, there's a lot more horizontal space that I can do now. All right, I don't need that much space here. Cool. It's like travel stories, right? Travel stories are always fun, although not many of those around these days for various reasons. In Australia, we still can't leave the country. Hey Rickerson, welcome back. How you doing? just scaling the production of the power at the moment. There's I've run out on the home planet. That's alright. That's the whole point of this game, is to keep scaling. Alright. I'll probably do this again, like put these close to them and then leave some room to figure out the connection. Should be done with this Dyson sphere soonish. There's only like 20,000 structural points to go, and what's the consumption rate actually of the rockets? Let's see. So we're producing, well, 300 per minute. So about 3 minutes for 1,000. So maybe like half an hour, and then the Dyson sphere should be basically complete in terms of the structural stuff. And then we can go to another planet and another star system and build another Dyson sphere. Maybe after that I'll finish up with this game for now. Play something else. I don't know what it'll be yet, but could go back to Stellaris. Actually, I kind of feel like getting out the Call of Duty again. I haven't played that in a long time. Alright. I hope that I think I'm connecting this in the right way. Alright. I wonder how good I'm at it at the moment. It's probably, like as you get older, you get worse at, like, your reaction times get worse and so on. But you get smarter, right? So then you have to outsmart people. I think in Call of Duty, it's, you know, part of it is like how quickly you can react to stuff, but a big part of it is also like how you position yourself on the map, like the way that you engage in combat is like you can make it hard for yourself, right, by running out in the open and all that sort of stuff, or you can find like places where you have an advantage by, I don't know, you are not that visible to the other guy and so on, right? So then your twitch skills don't matter, like your reaction times and so on don't really matter as much, but like it matters more whether you know where the other guys are and so on. And then it's also like how effective are you at hitting them and so on, which is like the picking the weapons. But yeah, kind of looking forward to trying it out again. The other thing though is like, I don't know, I'll have to try and see, alright, that's already connected, see what the cloud gaming version of Call of Duty is like. Like, oops, I don't know how good that'll be. But like my connection time to this computer is like, to the cloud is like 20 milliseconds or something like that, which is very, very small. And then my the ping times from the, actually this is kind of an interesting thought experiment, right? Like assuming that the game servers that you're playing on are like close to the cloud, right? Like at the moment this computer is running in Sydney, right? Then really the it doesn't really matter the ping times, right? Because the like, how do I say this? Oh, I'm out of the, oh no, I'll have to go back. The like you have to get the data to the cloud anyway, right? Like there's no way around that. And okay, the leg from me to the cloud is a little bit higher with the cloud gaming server, but then the connection between the wherever the game is hosted, and the cloud is probably really, really good. So I don't think that you lose anything in terms of the ping. It might even be better because like the round trip, it's a round trip either way. So I think it should be fairly similar. It should be okay. Like it feels pretty good to play this game, but I'll be interested to see what it's like to do it from the cloud on with a game where reaction times and so on are somewhat more important. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, great. So now I need a little bit of what do you call it? I need some belts, refreshed belts. Right, how's my inventory? Is there anything useless in my inventory? Probably. All right. Yes, this carbon nanotube, the lone carbon nanotube. All right, let's pick up some more of these belts, and then I'll go back. Oops, can't do any more belts. All right, let's go back. Dyson sphere. We still have around like 33,000 solar cells, which might in orbit, which might already be enough overall. But anyway, like these solar cells, you can see that they like go into this. Like you can see these solar cells like docking into here, which is building up these plates, right? It's mostly done already, this Dyson sphere. All right, let's go. Let's note down where we are going. Otherwise, I'm gonna get lost. Even with this, it's gonna be hard to see. Because it's all blue, right? Like the Dyson sphere is kind of blue. This line is kind of blue. So, but I think it's. Ooh, I don't want to go to the gas giant. Oh, still don't want to go to the gas giant. Like, are you sure? Nope, still don't want to go there. Gravity is checking my conviction of whether or not I want to be on that gas giant. Very cool. And passing through. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, right. I just got bounced. I didn't know it was this close. That's all right. Cool. Where was I up to? I think it's on the other side. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, it was basically. Oh no, this is. Oh, now. I think it's going in this direction. Now I have to remember. I think I was walking in this direction. All right. Yes. Here we go. Let's hook this up to here. And then the other games that I could play are, what else? I could do some Age of Empire, that would be fun, or maybe some RPGs, role-playing games. I don't know if anything interesting has come out recently. Might need to take a look at that. Definitely RPGs would be easy to do in the cloud, very easy. Because your reaction times probably don't matter very much. It's not competitive, right? A bit like this game, really. Like this is a really good candidate to play in the cloud. All right, let's lift up this over here. Oops, no, now we can drop it down. Now I do need to connect those. Yeah, this would be cool. They'll light up. I'll like try to zoom out. You can watch them light up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sorry. I need to zoom in here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a hard time connecting this up. Oops. Right. That works. should put like a note what my PC specs are. I don't know how to do that on YouTube. Maybe on the channel page or something. Alright, now it'll become a little bit easier because if I manage to click in the right place. Because there's nothing, not as much in the way down here. Alright. I think this should be more than enough in terms of the production of these things. I'm also noting that I probably will need to build up the reserve of the empty accumulators a little bit more, which is fine. I will do that. Well, it's going to happen automatically anyway, because it's already connected. Alright, let's hook up the output on here. These power things are no longer needed either. Okay, and we can go into here and there. Great. Oh, there's no research going. What do we want? We'll probably do with some more construction drones, and then also the speed. But then I'd probably leave it for now. I wonder how many I have now. They're really fast. I kind of like it. Like I put it down and then it's basically done. Alright. I looked weird for a moment, but it's just the like it's just shadows. Jumping at shadows, David. Alright. Good. It would be cool that if these just absorb basically as much power as is available, so you don't have to have as many connected. Because it just becomes a little bit tedious to connect all of these, right? Okay. Now I should have I should be good on the balance of production and consumption now. 100. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, now I'm at 1900 production versus 1600 consumption. And this is still being, like, I think at around 100 per minute, they're still being produced, which is good. Like extra new ones being produced. Let's see how we're doing for oh, interesting. Oh, but this is probably means, oh no. Very interesting. All right. We should be building production back up. Yeah. Good. Where are my rockets being launched? Over here. Wow. Or not. 50. So basically we're at 160,000 or 170. So about 17,000 more. This is the last one still launching. But then this has started launching on this side again. Let's see. We should soon be getting more of them. Anyway, so now we have... Now I'm interested to see what the power... So I could still do a little bit more charging here. Probably add basically the same that I've just added. Look at this. This is really cool. Alright. I wanted to see how many rockets I have, drones I have at the moment. 13, right? And I think I'm adding another 2, so that'll be 15. These days I should be much faster at hooking up a, what do you call, like a gas giant, because one of the kind of bottlenecks when you are connecting that up is the number that you can put down concurrently. You spend a lot of time waiting for your drones. All right, slowing down. Now let's see. Still interested to see what's going on with the it's so blue this whole place. I'm interested to see what's going on with the Dyson sphere production. Like, we are still, oh, now we are limited on this, which is related to processes. Very interesting. How are we doing for processes? We have, well, there you go. But it's kind of weird that, like the fact that it's this peaky, it's kind of suspicious to me. But anyway, I think I started a whole chain of processor production somewhere. That could still be expanded. Right, over here. Let's see what we can do over there. All right. Where is it? It's somewhere up here. A little bit lost. Where did it go? It went nowhere. You have no idea where you're going, David. This is the motor production as well. Okay, over here. Right. It's cool that all of this is, well, almost all of it is going, so I could do more with that as well. Okay, so this is not happening because we're not having enough of those. And it's just that we don't have enough of those. Right. And it looks like we also are a little bit short of copper. But that stuff is easy to fix because I can just upgrade the production of it. Okay, so I'll do that first. Need to find somewhere where copper is being produced. All right, here we go. So got 4 ships. Now, interestingly, no, this should be okay. It should upgrade itself in a minute. All right, let's see what happens. So this should boost the production by quite a bit. But it's also basically meant that we need to refresh the input of copper here, which is fine. I'll get rid of that. Is this a 2-for-1? No, it's a 1-for-1. So basically, if we need to do that, then we also won't be able to do the output here. So I need to hook this up in a different way again. That's all good. So we'll draw copper here, and then I will, okay, here we go. I don't think it can, there you go, you can do it. Excellent. That's boosted the production quite a bit, I think. Now, oh, this can't go off planet. Right, so what I'll do, I will put down another one of these and just supply copper ore from here. Sorry, it can go off planet, but it can't go interstellar because it didn't have the local demand. And we store here, and then we go remote demand, and then we also hand over some of these, boost this, and then this should help supply this over here once these things arrive, which should be any moment. There we go, they're arriving. There you go. Now they're going to collect. Wow. I don't know where they'll be going, but they'll be going somewhere. And then this copper ore production should be good to go as well. So I wonder, like this probably didn't add that much. Might be worthwhile to go see another opportunity for upgrading that. Let's see. All right, over here. So what is this? No, can't do anything with that. Can do something here. So what I'll do is I'll demand copper. Actually, I'll also do this. Take these in. It would be cool as well if this just counted as a resource demand as well, you know? And it would just be distributed. You wouldn't have to. You don't have to use up a whole slot. Okay. So if I do this, right, then halfway down I can stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, like this isn't going to work anyway, right? And then I can take the copper ore from over here. Okay. Right. So I will draw out copper from here, and I think I have to supply it. Down this line, right? And then take this as output into here. Great. Okay, so then again, this is the output. So here I need to be space conscious. This guy needs to go somewhere else. And then take the copper ore from here. I like that they just keep working and you put down your these lines and then you're good to go. All right, then demand. Okay, cool. Now, this shouldn't have actually gone down in terms of production. Like this, for some reason, this fell, but it's back up, right? But then it should actually shoot up quite a lot more because of this. All right. Once this arrives, all of this copper ore. Anyway, let's see, where was the other place that I did it? Over here. Oh, I'm not doing local demand over here. Right, let's do local demand. So that should help with actually ironing out the production rates here, or the fact that this can supply. All right. Any moment we should see like a big boost. Once this comes. And I'll also do local demand here. I don't know how far these ships have to go. Probably quite far. All of this, these supply chains. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, here we go. So now that production should have gone up by a lot. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I'll go back over here. Oh, there's more opportunities here if I want them. But anyway, where was the production of the processors? Here we go. Right, so these have copper again. And I can do more of this production. And also, might just do another line or something, or turn this line around. All right, we'll go to here. And this is the output line, and this is again the output line. All of these drones everywhere, which is good. It's exactly what we need. All right, put one there, one there, one there, one there. Okay, cool. So this should help with this production. Oh, and the it runs out anyway in terms of the silicon at this point. So I would need to actually, well, there's no more space here anyway, right? So there wasn't that much point in doing this. That's all right. So what I'll do is I'll trim this back. And then I'll connect it up over here. Very satisfying to press the button, they just fly everywhere. All right. So these guys need copper, and okay, I'll put it right there to give myself a bunch of space. These guys don't need any sort of remote ships, so I'll do a local demand here of that as well as this. And then we will supply the, what do you call these things here? Great. And I think these, oh, we still have a problem with copper. Interesting. I might use some of this space over here to hook up just a huge amount more copper production. Okay. But first, well, I'll do that first, because there's not much point in consuming more copper when you can't, when there's none there. All right, transportation. Okay, I'll put it like here-ish, and I only need 15 smelters, and then I'm going at the full rate. Local demand, we'll just store it. Okay, remote demand, local demand, and then we will supply copper ingots. And I'll also hand over some of this and this. Great. That's exactly what we need. Alright, where's this output? Great, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is, no, 1, 2, 3, and then that's the output line. The smelters have a width of 3. Okay. Plenty of sorters. Lovely. Oh, the drone research is ready soon as well, right? So I only need this many. Okay. Because then it should be, they should be producing at like 2, yeah, 120 per minute. So 2 per second, right? So then one of these belts only carries 30 per second. So there's not much point in putting down more smelters than 15 in a row. Alright, need to do it like that. Cool. 2, 3, oops. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the output line. We'll stick it in. And sure, I can put down another power. Whatever, we won't do the full. The full rate there. This one's going to be slightly underpowered, but whatever. All right, and then this one. I got that one wrong. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the output. Much more space efficient this compared to the sort of slower smelters. And this should be like basically, it looks like I can do more here. Surely I can add another one. Okay. I will do one more then. Or maybe 2. 1, 2, 3. Basically, I don't really want to have to come back to this. Alright. Well, I will have to come back to it anyway, but... Alright. Oil seep. I think that you've done enough. You can retire now. Now, let's see. I hope that... Yeah. I mean, there's not much point in these oil seeps anymore. Alright, because I have like a whole planet full of them somewhere else. Alright, no. 1, 2, 3, and this is the last output. And then I'll put down these power points as well, the Tesla coils. Alright. That should have boosted this iron ingot production by a lot. Yeah, there we go. So now we should be fine to do a lot more with these processes. Where was that? It was somewhere over here. And then we'll find out what the next bottleneck is. Okay. Great. Looks like I have looks like I have power sorted out here already. Alright, and then we'll take this as well. 1, 2, 3, output. It's always nice when you don't have to mess around with power too much. Alright, I think I'll leave this at 15, which is probably the maximum. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it looks like I can do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then this, like, what do you call, silicon, purified silicon stuff is basically coming out at the rate that it can at that point. Alright, order save. And we'll take the copper, oops. I need to make sure that 1, 2, 3, an output. Need to make sure that it's set to demand over here. Yep. So that these ones actually being used over there. Alright. Then we can hook this up. So that's 15. Oh, I'm gonna have a power problem here. 5. I'll see. I know that I can solve that. And I might just have to like delete one of them or something. Yeah. So 1, 2, I'll get rid of that one and put one here. And then I can keep going. Maybe okay, 4, and then I need to put down, oops, one of these, and then another 4. then I might just extend this slightly so I can put down another 2 on the other side of this. 1, 2, great. So now this should be producing more processes. And it also has an excess supply here now, which is good. I could do, well, I don't think I can do much more here, but I can use up this space with more processes. But we should have boosted the processor production anyway, right? Because some of this wasn't working at all, which it now is, which is already a good improvement. And now we're adding a little bit more here as well, right? All right, let's put down this one. What happened here? Okay, cool, excellent. How are we doing for processor production now? Has it gone up at all? If it hasn't, that would be quite disappointing, actually. All right, so it has gone up, and we actually have more production than consumption now, which is good. All right, and this copper, interesting, like this doesn't seem to be producing. Just doesn't have any copper ore. Okay. And you are producing because you have full output. Okay, so I guess we were bottlenecked on processors, right? So then, you know, you do fine on the other stuff that, you know, you didn't know you, but then once you fix up the bottleneck, then you might find that that becomes a problem again. Okay, so now we're doing better on these processors, which means that we should be doing a lot better on the production of this, which should flow into the production of this. I wonder if we are able to keep storage here just, but only just. Maybe if we boost up, okay, there we ran out, but anyway, should be okay. Then more of this is starting to come online. Got about 500 here that we are able to distribute soon. All right, so how are we doing for the rockets? Carrier rocket production. Well, it fell, but presumably this was because of the processes, and now the production should go back up. Okay, let's see how the processor, still quite a lot more production than consumption, so that should be good. It was probably just refilling storage in a bunch of places here, so it should do better soon. Anyway, all right. Now I wonder how the organic crystals has a lot more production than demand. I'm interested to see 40,000 iron ore, 17,000 copper ore. It looks like copper is like maxed out and we need to go somewhere to boost it. 30,000 silicon, 20,000 iron ore, 10,000 stone ore. Crazy. 7,000. And then there's like, what? Where's the hydrogen? That should be another big number these days. 30,000 hydrogen. Nuts. Alright. So then I should go and fix up the copper production. How are we doing for launching? Lots of rockets being launched. I assume that we probably still have like 10,000 to go or something. Alright, let's go find a likely place for additional copper. Well, do I have all of the things? Yep, so I have the conveyor belts. I've got plenty of this. I've got this. Energy exchanges, got a decent number. Still have 40 of these, which is about 4, so I might want to restock that. And I can also get rid of this and these. Still got plenty of this, so that's good. Give me a sort. Okay, cool. So I'll go pick up some more of those carrier rockets and stuff. And I should be okay on the rest. Well, I don't have to go anywhere. I can just pick them up. Like from somewhere here. Yep. So I've got plenty of these now. And then it would be worthwhile to find the place wherever the logistics drones are being produced. Like it's nested in somewhere. That's, well, I'll put this inventory. Somewhere here. I know it's somewhere here. This again is where I would love a search. I know it's left of this. No. It's not there. It's not. It's north of this. Boy, where are they? Where are thou? It's like embedded somewhere. Is it here? No. I don't know where I am producing the stuff that I'm looking for. It's also further to the left here. Alright, I'll go fly around and find them. Oh, what's going on? Processes again. But what's the... Why does it say that we have more processes being produced? Maybe it fell again. Yeah, it fell again. But there's still supposedly more production than consumption. Like a lot more, but then, you know, maybe I'm not sticking things into storage somewhere. I guess I'm like producing these ships at the moment, so that should balance out over time. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. where are the carry logistics drones? I know that, you know, it's somewhere near this, right? And they're like embedded somewhere. Okay, 2 construction drones, great. So now I have 15, which is great. Auto saving. No, it's further over from here. I think they are in planetary production, so I should be able to demand them. Maybe I should just do that. Sorry, planetary logistics. I'll go demand maybe from over here, where I have all of the other stuff. Let's see. Nope, not there. Yeah, here we go. Give me logistics drones. Like 1,000 of them. Lovely. Logistics drones carrying other logistics drones. Don't question it. How does the logistics drone fit inside the logistics drone? Never mind 100. Don't question it. It just works, which is a great thing. Great. Here we go. Now I don't have to go find them. I'm still curious where they are. So they're sort of in this direction. Nope, still don't know where they are. I'm probably like, oh, here they are. They are right here. So what I'll do is, whilst I'm here, you can have an upgrade. I'll take like a bunch more. Well, I don't really care about those engines. So the drones are now somewhere else. So now I have to go back. I found them, but then I moved them. Well, it's on me for making these decisions. All right, we'll take this. And we'll put the 72 back. Okay, so I have those drones. Maybe the problem is going to be that the copper ingot production is going to be slowed because of it's at 18K, when the copper ore is only at 18K as well, right? So that's probably what's going on. All right. See, does this planet here have copper on it? Yeah, but not really worthwhile. Okay. So the lava planets, well, let's make sure that I'm not lying. I think the lava planets have copper on them. Yes, okay. So we're basically going to be looking for a lava planet, volcanic ash. I'm not gonna risk it with a volcanic ash. Yeah, I'm gonna go to this one here. Luminosity is 0.9. I'm like trying to find a location for the next Dyson sphere at the same time as well. Now, that looks suspicious to me, as though I didn't press the button on there, but maybe I did, but hasn't had a chance to actually produce. But anyway, I can take a look whilst I'm here. I think I did. It just hasn't commenced construction. All right. We'll go turn on the warp engine. 25 light years per second. I think that it would be nice if it was a bit faster, because then you can go to further away planets and star systems. Not that I need it really. Okay, we're going over here. Alright, that was pretty good, if I do say so myself. And it looks like we already have like a presence established here, but probably just not mining the copper. So we have 54 million copper here. Well, we are mining some copper, but maybe not enough. So I'll hook up this copper here. And then basically I need to draw a power line to there. And these days I probably can do, like on one of these, have 230, like should get 60 per second out of them. So if I get enough of the minus down. All right. You can have those, and then we can demand this, like, I'll go to 2000. No. Actually I should have just done 500, but whatever. And we will supply copper. Right. So I'm aiming for sort of 6, maybe 8 if I can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8's pretty good. All right. You can usually cover 2 of the miners with 1 Tesla tower. All right. These produce at very satisfying rates these days, with all of the extra production or consumption rates that are available through research. Okay, so that's all 4. So that's a decent production rate right there. Not amazing, but decent. I should have put this somewhere else. I didn't realize that this is so close. So, okay. 2, 3. Oh, foundations. Fine. You can have some of those. Didn't actually check whether I had enough before I left, but I happened to. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one will be good. 8. All right, those 2, these 2, those 2, and that. All right. I wonder how much of a production boost this is. I'll take a look in a minute. That's probably also what's holding back the processor production, I would imagine. All right, so that's a nice little bump here, but not a huge one. Like it hasn't doubled it yet. There's another copper here, but it's not close to anything else. Well, it's close to a bunch of iron ore, so I might connect it in the future, but not right now. I'm looking for another sort of 2 copper veins that are close to each other. I could connect this into here. Yeah, I'll do that. Like a copper that's close to something makes it easy to connect. All right, we will supply this fractal silicon vein. Okay. Fractal silicon veins are nice. They help keep your consumption of silicon low. All right, gathering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Because the fractal silicon is a way to produce, I think one of the materials that you need for, like it's the, what do you call it? You don't get like high purity silicon from it. Instead you get like the diamond equivalent, like a sort of silicon diamond stuff from it. Anyway, I don't know why this is not doing anything. All right, no, it looks fine. All right, that's that one connected. This is already connected. Maybe I should do. No, there aren't any ships available here. I was thinking maybe I could do that one into there, but there's no point. Okay, what else? I mean, I could add a little bit of iron into this as well as copper. So do something over here. Yeah, I'll do that. But then I have to, okay, so this is the copper, this is the iron. Where's the nearest power source? Okay, over there. Great. I'll draw some power. Oops. I'm not going to avoid too much. Well, I might start saying I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I will actually connect a bunch more here. Okay, where's the foundations? The research to boost the drone stuff is becoming pretty expensive compared to what I get out of it. 1, 2, 3, great. And we can have these splitters. It's usually only temporary that you run low on power on these planets, like after you connect up new transportations, because they have to charge, right? But anyway, it's probably good to, I usually do 6 on one of these planets these days. Where's the Tesla tower that I can click on? Yeah, so that's good. Okay, this is now connected. Stick that one there. Jam in some of that, and we will supply iron as well as copper. I care more about the copper. So the other thing I'll do is do local supply of that, so that I can do local demand. 500 local demand. I'll hand over some of those. These. Okay, cool. Then it doesn't have to come from all over the place. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and can I get one more? I can. 8. Okay. All right. So that's that. Oops. 2, 3, and 4. And then this one can go in as well. Oops. Right, this is going to be a bit tricky because we're close to the pole, but that's okay. Like the grids go a little bit wild over here. Alright, looks like this copper might have been slightly cut off by this crater, but that's alright. Still got 1 million soil pile. I used to have 4. 2. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of iron here. It's not a very good vein, this one. Alright. Connect that, that, and that. I'll still only sort of do 4. Oops. And then have a second one. But this second one is going to be not very exciting, right? Because it's only 2 miners here. All right. There's that one. Anything else that is worthwhile connecting here? So that copper is already being consumed. There's a copper here. But only one. This one's already connected. This one is not, but it's kind of lonely as well. How is the production? Looks like it's gone up by a lot. There aren't any like exciting opportunities on this planet anymore. All right. Let's see. Well, is there another planet here that has good copper? That one doesn't. No, this one really doesn't. Lots of titanium. All right. What's in here? All right, we can go here. It's on the way back anyway. And then that should have like another bunch of copper that will be good. Come on, go. There you go. Also another whole bunch of iron ore, of which we are consuming a huge amount. Like, I think like 50,000 per minute or something. All right. Here we go. Ooh, yes. Ooh. We are leaving again. All right. So how is this planet? 40 million. All right. This is a nice starting location. And this is another one. All right. Transportation. Right. Now this does need only 2,000. I'm going to take here. Remote demand. That was fast. It was like, oops. I really want to give that to you. Right, remote demand, probably need to do like 5,000. Yep, and then we will supply these back. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discharge, discharge, discharge. More discharge, and even more discharging. And one more. Cool. The drones are like so fast. Alright. That's why I keep doing the research. Cool. Oops. Whatever. Nicely connected there. Alright. So that's going, but doesn't have any demand yet. So I don't think it's going to discharge, at least for a little while, which is fine. Cool. So then we have copper that we can supply. I might only do sort of 2 locations here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's hook this into there. Oh, we may as well do this one then. Oh, these are nice and easy. Oops. Okay. It's always nice when a few clicks get you where you want to be. All right, cool. This one is good. And I'll be interested to see this disappear, but I don't have to watch it that much. All right. I think I just saw it go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely. Connect that up, and then also do that one. Lastly, lovely. Okay, we will do this, and then we'll do this. Okay, oops. Oh, come on. There we go. That got it. These ones will be nice and easy. Well, that first one would be. Alright, so that supplies a bunch more copper. Oh, this is like the demand is falling, which is why that production is falling. Anyway, so then we had, let's look for one more nice location. Maybe that's close by. Right, down here. I think in this direction. But I don't know for sure. Yes. Alright, oops, that one was a miss. I'll just sort of draw a bit of a line like this, because I want some space. Alright, let's do the transportation. Why is that not connected? Come on. Right, so we will supply this and then do, oops, 500 first. Do a local demand on here. Yep. Hand over that. And a whole bunch of those. Cool. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely. There's no sunrise today. Very disappointing. What time is it? Right, still got another quarter hour. Or sort of 20 minutes. Then we can go back to the home system and see how the Dyson sphere is going and all our production is going. And probably close to finishing the Dyson sphere by now. I'll stop by the planet that's launching all of the stuff, and we can see how many structural nodes we have of the ones that I require. Alright, so that's this, and there's the other copper. It's always good to like overdo it, because if you only just satisfy it, then you have to go back and you know, hook up more. Pretty much if your demand only increases slightly, and then you're always like solving little bottlenecks rather than being able to like do big things, you know. All right, we'll connect this up into there, into here. Oops. Be cool if you could name like planets. Maybe you can. So they could say something like, "Oh, I'm taking copper from here," or something like that. Let's see, can we? No. No, we can't. That's okay. Now we are also mining materials from here. All right, let's go back. Where's the planet in here? There? Lava, yes. All right, let's go back there and see how we're doing for with the Dyson sphere. All right, go. Go. It like takes a few tries every time before I get the warp engine going. All right. Now this will be very hard to. I think it's this one. Yes, okay. Now I wonder how good I did. Probably not very. Let's see. Yeah, it's on the other side. Okay. It's be ever harder to manage. Alright. Slow down. Ooh. Nope. Come on. Nope. Alright. That gets me onto the planet. Wow, another sort of 10,000 structure points. So maybe next time we'll be able to finish this. I think that we did like 20,000 this time. But there's only like a very small number of places Vickerson, nice. You got accepted into high school. Nice. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. Okay, so this is almost done. 40 gigawatts. I was thinking that it probably would be something like 40, maybe 45 gigawatts on this Dyson sphere. See all of these solar sails going in. Very cool. Maybe what we'll do, oops, yeah, go back to the home planet, see how the production is going here now. Okay. And we can also pick some more research, maybe something that goes a bit faster. Like the drone construction stuff is probably at a pretty decent rate right now. We can do maybe logistics drone carrying speed. That'd be good. That'll help alleviate some bottlenecks. All right. So let's see. So the production is slightly above demand, but that doesn't mean that much. Because the demand could just be too low. Okay, so this production used to be much higher, but lower now, which is fine. These are going, maybe this got a little bit of more capacity, but that's fine. How are we doing for copper? Okay, so copper's got decent headroom now. All right, where are we at with the Dyson sphere? We're like always alleviating little bottlenecks all over the place, which is good. Right, so this is probably processors. Plenty of processors up there, but I guess not down. Yeah. So how is the alright, I'll go back up there and see if we can hook up any more of that processor production. A little bit of yeah, this is going at full rates. Got plenty of this as well. There's no space in that direction, but there's potentially like space for one in here. A little bit of space in this direction as well. But I would probably prefer, ooh, maybe that's part of the problem as well. The silicon. Let's see. From memory, there's plenty more of, oh no, we are topping out on silicon as well. Anyway, maybe I'll leave it for now. We can fix this next time. 30k. That's where I guess like this research here could help. Like it'll add another 10% mining speed. So that's at 2000. Wow, plus 50%. Carrying capacity, warp speed, light years per second. Interesting. I'll enqueue this after, and we'll see how much it goes up. Definitely a silicon problem though. Like a silicon ore problem. Interesting. Now, on here, I think that we have yeah, well, we have 10 million, but like a desert is a good place for silicon. Like a desert planet. Let's see, but we might already be collecting silicon. What is this? Gobi. Yeah, we're probably collecting silicon from there. I should find a different Gobi. Let's see, any more Gobis? Ice field, this is probably lava. Ice lake, okay. Oh, this has a number of planets. Lava, jungle, prairie. I don't know what prairie is. It does seem to have some silicon, but I'm not going to trust that. This might be... Oh. Volcanic ash. Arid desert means that it's a good place. Well, this might have a good amount of stone actually. It might not be, yeah, it might not be that good in terms of silicon. What do we have here? Oceanic jungle, redstone, barren deserts. From memory, deserts are good. Let's go. Let's see what's up there. But yeah, like this part of the game is like, it would be cool if you could speed up the collection of resources from those planets a little bit. Like you can just have a come on. Okay. We do this. Oops. Okay, thank you. Drones go a little bit faster. And this should boost the speed of the logistics vessels. So at the moment it goes at 0.15 light years per second. So let's see what that 50% does. If it's a multiple, then it should be 22.5. And that would be quite a boost, like a pretty good boost. All right. I think it's in this direction. Yeah. (2,000 meters per second). Could have turned on the warp engine, I suppose. All right. I can see some silicon, but only 8 million. See? Not worth it. Not worth it. So a Gobi. I remember a Gobi being quite good. Let's see. Zeta, this is Sakura Ocean. Ice fields. Ice giant. Oh, interesting. It's like a... Right. That's like a... what do you call? A... come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Like a gas giant, but for ice, I guess. Right. this goby should be really good. Alright, I think it's this outer one. Wow, look at that. Fractal silicon. Yes, 31 million. Let's see, is there a good one? Like, I'm looking for, yeah, like this, like one with 2. This is also a good place to collect what do you call it? Soil piles. All right, let's take 2,000 of these here, remote demand. And we need this 5,000. And then we will supply empty back, and then we will supply silicon, transportation, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These kinds of plants are good to build on as well. Okay, now I'm very interested to see, because they don't have that much ocean. Like on our home planet, it's just full of ocean, right? But not this one. All right, let's see. Where is it? This is drone. That's all. Well, Northbound one. So it's not really 50%. It's probably 50% of the base, but it's not multiplicative, right? Anyway, it's still marginally better. Now it's 8,000. This is not really needed. This drive engine would be nice. Mecha warp speed. Might include it after this. Okay. Let's put down these. The drones can almost keep up with me, but not quite when I'm walking. Alright. There's like a slightly more efficient way to do power, but like you can use the antimatter to do power as well, but then you have to keep producing materials to keep your power situation going, right? Like these never need more materials. They just discharge and then get charged again, right? Which is very handy. Okay, mining, we'll take some here. Oops. Right. Oh, it fit there. Great. All right, that's connected up everything. And then this can go into that slot. these silicon veins. I'm gonna lower them down. I'll take all of these soil piles. Oops. Soil pile as well to help. I'll take a little bit over here as well. Only a little bit though, not too much. Alright, back to 1.5 million. Maybe to 2 million I'll take. Or just everything from this little area. Alright, great. And then I'll do this. Oops. Great. And then I'll do a little bit of power. How are we doing for silicon? A slight boost, but only a very slight boost. Yeah, this is what you at some point, like, you can do a lot of scaling, but at some point you just you can't do anymore, and then it's just like sort of waiting, right? Like the impact that you have is very minor compared to what you've already done in the past, and then you're having to go and connect up all of this material gathering. So probably a sign that I should stop playing this game soon, which we will. Okay, so slight increase here. Okay, another nice location at all. I mean, there's sort of the fractal silicon. Like 1 isn't very exciting. Where's this 31 million? I don't get it. Like there's 10 here. I guess there's only really like a few more then, right? I guess what we'll do is we'll do a planetary here. Maybe hook up the fractal silicon as well. And then we can switch over maybe some of the production of the crystals, the silicon crystals as well. That would be a good thing. All right. Oh, I didn't draw power. But I have to finish anyway. So we'll finish this tomorrow, or next time, probably tomorrow, but we'll see. It looks like this is soaking up a lot of the demand, or a lot of the production. And this also has a little bit of headroom, but not that much. Yeah, these crystal silicons, we can switch over more of that to fractal silicon based production. This processor production is still probably below what it could be. It takes a lot of material to create a processor though. We're back at 200 per minute. This can do 300 at full sort of rate, but I wonder why this foundation was produced here. I don't remember taking any. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.